that helps people?
A vulture.
A vulture? How does a vulture help people?
Because he can run around and eat stuff.
Oh, so he's a living garbage disposal, so things don't stink. Lizzie? Izzy?
Snakes.
How do snakes help people besides giving them heart attacks?
They help farmers keep away the rats and other things from eating their crops.
Okay, very good. Eden?
Dog.
A dog. What can a dog do to help somebody?
Guard people.
Can guard people? Can anybody else, by raising their hand, tell me what else a dog can do? Madison?
It says what?
Rough. Preston?
When they're on the farm, and sometimes, if, like, let's say the pig gate is open and the pigs come out, then the dog can direct the pig to go back in the cage.
Okay. They also have been known to run sheep and cows. Milo?
Pigs.
Okay. George?
They can be good for a thing to get they can use a dog.
Okay. One more use for a dog, then I want to find another animal. Eden?
A guard dog.
A guard dog. There's also CNI dogs. And also one more thing with dogs, some soldiers come back from war, how many of you have a stuffed animal that's your comfort toy? How many of you have a favorite pillow that's your comfort to sleep at night? Okay. Well, some soldiers, when they come back from war, they have a dog that can be like a comfort animal to them, like your little pet's a comfort animal to you. Okay, name me another animal. Is there any other animals that help people? Mercy?
Horses.
Horses? Okay. Is there any birds that help people? Julie? Julia? And how about Milo?
Chicken.
Chickens? There's another bird, but I think most of them are extinct now that was really helped people a whole lot. This goes way back a ways. Do you know Madison?
They would say peep.
They say peep. This story is about carrier pigeons. How many of you ever heard of a carrier pigeon? People used to train them to deliver notes. And they would fly from one place to another, and nobody would see them. Or they would see them, but they didn't realize they were working. Today we'll look at the carrier or the homing pigeon. Long before telephones, TV, and before radio and the internet, this special breed of pigeon was effective for many, many years to carry messages. As a boy growing up, I raised many pigeons, but I never had a homing pigeon. But some of my friends did, and what fun we had. We'd put them in cages and take them miles away from home. We would open up the cages and let the pigeons out, and then we'd go home as fast as we could. And most of the time, the pigeons beat us home and were waiting for us when we got home. Can you imagine if you had a homing pigeon and you drove all the way to Tipton, turn your pigeon loose and come all the way back, the pigeon would get back here before you would? That's pretty neat, isn't it? During the World War I and World War II, carrier pigeons were often used to get messages from one place to another. The report is that during World War II, that the Germans actually strapped small cameras to the pigeons, and these cameras had little timers, and as the pigeons flew over the countryside, it would take pictures, and then after so long, the pigeon would turn around and fly back home. And thus the Germans could learn where everybody else was hiding in the French army. Kind of like what we have, you know what drones are today? Well, back then they didn't have drones. The pigeons, homing pigeons were their drones. A British racing pigeon named Cherami may be the world's most famous pigeon. In World War I, an American battalion had gotten ahead of its own army and was surrounded by the enemy. Using carrier pigeons, the men sent a call for help. Several of the birds were intimidated by the shelling, but the bird, Sher Ami, had determination. Even though she was hit by shrapnel, had one leg shot off, she flew for 25 minutes and got the message back to the headquarters in time to save the battalion. Today, Cher's stuffed body, or she was mounted when she passed away, rests in the Smithsonian Institute in Washington, D.C. She was a real hero. That homing pigeon saved hundreds and hundreds of men's lives. In today's text, a young man asked Jesus what he needed to do to have eternal life. Jesus told him, but he didn't like what he heard. Oh, that we might heed God's instruction, just as the carrier pigeon followed their orders. Ask Jesus today to help you follow the instructions he gives us in the Bible, so that you can be a hero and come through as special and as victorious as Cher did. You understand what that means?
No.
The young man went to Milo?
Was it World War II at the beginning of Winnie the Pooh?
That I don't know. Because honestly, I never liked Winnie the Pooh, so I never learned about Winnie the Pooh. But some people like Winnie the Pooh, but I didn't. The text says, and behold, a young man came to Jesus, says, Master, what good thing can I do that I might have eternal life? And Jesus told him to what? Sell everything he had and give it to the poor and follow him. But the man didn't want to. He wanted to hang on to his stuff. But Jesus can always help us to be good. He can help us to be brave. And he can help us to do in life what we're supposed to. You know, if a little pigeon can be trained to do their job and enjoy doing it and have the determination to finish it or do their job, I think we can too, don't you? Sometimes a mom or dad asks us to do a job, it might be kind of hard, but if we stick to it and do it and work at it inch by inch, then we can get done. Okay? Let's bow our heads for prayer. Dear Jesus, thank you for the nice day. Thank you for the cooler weather. Please be with us this evening. Please guide and protect us and help us to be like the little homing pigeons. Help us when we're given a job or a task to do. Help us to keep trying and trying and trying till we get it done. We love you, Jesus. Amen. Get out loud. Richardson, hut, so they can hear you.
And measure the hut.
There you go.
This one?
If you're in
Yes.
full dress uniform, you salute this way. If you're in field uniform, hand over heart, okay?
Hey, this?
Yes, Jubilee.
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Tell them.
Order arms.
Hand over heart, please.
Over heart.
Hand over heart, please.
This one?
I
Pledge allegiance to the Cicero Adventure flag and to the pledge of law for which it stands. Because Jesus loves me, I will always do my best. Be obedient, be pure, be true, be kind, be respectful, be attentive, be helpful, be cheerful, be thoughtful, be reverent.
Good job. Are carrots nice to each other?
Yes. No.
Can a carrot hug each other?
No.
How many say yes? How many say no? Okay, Miss Eden, will you show them what those carrots are doing for each other? Now, what is that? Are those carrots hugging each other or what? Isn't that kind of cute? Now, if the carrots hug each other, how much should we hug our brother and sister or our mom and dad each day? Now, they hug all the time. So I think you ought to hug your mom or dad or brother or sister at least once a day
They got stuck in a hug.
without fighting or fussing. Don't look at me that way. I've got 4 sisters, and my mom used to make me hug them, so I know how that feels. Good job, Eden.
That's very
Are,
cool.
are those gonna be good to eat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Bring
eat
it on.
carrots.